we go. Start recording, and we are live. Okay, so let's talk to this camera if we can. There, that should be good. So we're continuing to put the air conditioning in this Impala. The last place we stopped was we located and roughly mounted the evaporator. Now we're going to go into the next step, which is putting the drain, drilling a hole for the drain tube and installing it, at least to see how it's going to route. And then we're going to work on the vents. So let's get going. I want this one kind of like that. There we go. This is going to be a little bit different because I can't reposition the streaming camera every time I do a different shot, so I've got to use different, oh, that's going to be horrible. Different cameras to get all the shots I need to make the video. So that's just a shot of my back. See, this is the problem. Troubleshooting. So let's try moving this out here, maybe. And this one gets, the base gets so wide so fast. So, plan already up in smoke. That'll kind of work here. At least you're not looking at my butt. Okay, let's get going and not say okay all the time. So we can see that, see this. Very good. So I'm going to start recording on this. Not photo, video. There we go. So we are going to, here's the nipple for the drain. And we're going to install or drill a hole and look at where the hose goes. So that's very convenient. There's already a scratch there. I think I'm going to move that in here a little bit. Probably like there. Just to keep it away from feet so it doesn't get kicked and smashed. And now here's the hard part. Walk around while recording, fly like an airplane. And one thing we want to do is, can I get this out of here? Take a look down here. So we're going to be roughly in this area. Can you see that okay? Like right in there. So it doesn't come out and hit anything. Right, it's clear there. We'll probably run it sideways and down to not dump it on the exhaust. So I think that's going to work just fine. Amazing. No bots on Twitch yet. And I left the tripod out there. Okay. Slow down. Smoke, how you doing? Yes, slow down. Speed up. I got too much to do and not enough time to do it. So now we're going to drill this hole. Maybe it won't go all the way over there. Maybe I'll put it here where I can get the drill. Yeah, that isn't going to work. So I need a center punch, not a center punch. Am I recording? No, I'm not. Record on that one. Need the whole dinger. Well, that's not close. Where did I put that stupid thing? I think that spring needs a little more pop. Holy crap. That isn't even denting yet. High quality Chinese components. We need all the spring, 100%, all the time. Maybe I need a little drill bit. No, that isn't even close to working. Oh yes, we need eye protection.
Let's try a skinny drill we can break off. Yeah, this clip can just get deleted.
Yes, I need the eye protection because when I was a young boy of probably 17, changing the oil in my first car, I was pulling on the open-end wrench and it slipped off the drain bolt and whacked me in the eye, and I thought I went blind. I was seeing green and purple spots and black. And that day convinced me to never use wrenches for about 2 decades. If I couldn't take it off with a socket, it didn't need to come off. Oh, this is insane. Holy shit. Now I'm pissed. Oh. If that center punch doesn't want to work, let's boost it up a little bit. Is this like tool steel? The good part is this hole has to go to 5/8. Oh, come on. I think we're done with the drill. And on to the die grinder. Oh, this clip's going to need a lot of slicing and dicing. There's the Sharpie. And the easy way to find things that are on the ground and round and hard is to kneel. Instantly find them.
No oxyacetylene, just die grinder. Ooh, that's loud. There. A hole.
That's mostly round.
And our hose will fit through nicely with clearance so I can do a grommet or something else. Now I can reposition everything. I'm kind of done with this. We can move this back into the car so I can at least get out on that side. Two cameras and a hammer, always a good thing to have in your hands. That's a pretty good shot. Now it's on to too much junk Next, onto the AC duct. Two cameras and a hammer. Yes, it is. Two cameras, a hammer, and a rock. Oh, this needs to go back yet. Okay, that will work. Put the big hammer out. Why am I sweating? It's 67 degrees out here. Must be working. My new rule for cars is no rust. At least not for cars I don't care that have rust. Rust is a pain in the butt. Okay, so this is going to have to come up like that. And we'll hit record and just go. Now it's time to locate the vents, the AC vents, the vent vents. We know what we're going to do for the defroster. The heater's located, but we need the vents for the AC. So we're going to try to get a shot of the dash. And that's pretty good. So we're going to look at a couple of things. The first thing we're going to do is look at kind of a modern OEM system. And for that, we would have a big vent there, two biggish vents in the middle, and a big vent on that side. And this one would probably be higher, like up here. Excellent for airflow, impossible to do in keeping the styling and aesthetics of the 68 Impala dash. So this is out. The next thing we're going to look at is the original Impala. They came with AC in 68. You could order as an option. And that came with a little eyeball vent down there, a big vent popping up in the middle, and a little goiter eyeball vent that kind of hung off down there. Now this is right out. This is ugly and stupid and screams afterthought. This is okay, but I don't like it so low. This I like. So I did some noodling and thinking and designing and decided I like the vents, but I don't want to have it popped up. What I really want to do is have them more incorporated into the dash. Like this. That gets them up high so they can blow on the passengers, keep the cold air up. And it solves the problem of where do you put it on the driver's side where there's no room. It can go up here. It won't interfere with the dash. And it all works out pretty copacetic. So, a little sweat on that. Paper's awesome. I got plastic though. So I did some CADing and 3D printing and came up with vents like this. So this is just the prototype, but it should match that. You can see it too on the stream. So I did some CADing and prototyping and came up with this. This should fit in the dash, and I made this, which is kind of a pattern of the frame. So I'm going to use this to trace out where these go on the dash. Man, I feel like DJ Khaled walking up a flight of stairs. It is hot. Right there is the center. Oh, little tire crayons out there already. Schmoke, do you stream and try to do stuff at the same time, or do you just stream and talk? Because it's a little tough to do both. But I'm going to give it a shot. If I can't do it, the streaming will die. And we'll just do talking. And filming videos. Cut my head off. I got to get really low. So now we're going to trace out the locations of these vents on the dash. I marked the center line with a crayon. I'm going to leave a little room between them. And I'm going to write on here with a Sharpie, which should frighten me a lot more than it does. And this should leave room for putting a flange on the outside. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Of the vent. Kind of finish it up when it's installed. So those are the center two. I knew I should have brought a tape measure over before I started. Yeah. Well, when you're not here, chat's dead. There's nobody that shows up. Except on Twitch, there's always bots showing up and pitching porn sites. I think right about there. And that comes in. Three and a half inches. Let's see what that looks like on this side. Yeah, that should be good. Maybe a little bit more, maybe 4. I think 4 is the magic ticket. Should have put some tape on this. Duck walk those legs over, baby. Now, before we start cutting, let's take a step back and look at it and see if they look balanced. It's over at about 4. This one looks a little in, but no, it's where it should be. So that looks good. Now we'll move on to cutting. Now I wonder if I should knife that or just go straight through the cutoff wheel. Now we need some ear ball protection for sustained die grinding. More air hosing. Die grinder is what a Dremel turns into when it grows up. Yeah, maybe I'll slice it. Maybe I'll use a new blade even. or the new half of an old blade. So we'll film the first one and the last one. We should probably start right in the middle where it'll be the most obvious when anybody looks at the car. Where do I want this shot to be? That's probably right here. Yeah, that puppy isn't going to work. Oh, that's way crooked. That looks pretty level. So that should be good. It's more fun when you don't know what you're doing. Oh, I need my eye protectors too. Wide a photo that out for a start. So now we're going to cut the first one. Start here in the middle. Zoom the camera in a little bit so you can see. I'm going to start by cutting the vinyl. You really have a straight edge for this. In fact, I'm going to grab one because I know I've got about 17 3 steps away. It won't be level, but at least it'll be straight until I go off. There we go. Light score at first. Easier to keep it straight. And cut it in there. Yeah, the toxic black foam is still intact. Gonna need a longer blade to cut into this. I should have something to dump this into. This is gonna make a mess. Pay close attention, ladies and gentlemen. This is state-of-the-art 1968 safety technology. You have expanded foam to smash your face into. Thought it was too cold for mosquitoes. So you can see there's a metal bar in here. This might be a little easier to clear out than I thought. Oh, is this going to fit in there? It is not. Not. So I need to come up with a new plan. We need something new to cut that out. I am so sad when I can't solve a problem with my die grinder. So that's just sheet metal. I will be right back. I need to get some more water and something to wipe my forehead off. You can enjoy my BRB screen. now to decide what to do with this. Thinking I might take it out, put it on the work. I don't. I'm gonna have enough room over on the workbench because to show you, this is just a piece of sheet metal, and it almost seems like there's holes in here, like it was cut for. Maybe there's more. I was going to say, I thought it looks like it's cut for that center dash on the AC cars. But I think that's just to weaken a little bit so when your forehead smacks that puppy, oh shit, I just cracked it. It has a little give to it. But that does make it nice. But boy, is that a cluster to cut. Thinking I might just drill holes in it and pop it out that way. So that way at least I'm not making a mess in the car. I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's bring camera number 2 over here. A loss of structural integrity on things your face is going to hit is a good thing in my book. How's that looking? That'll have to do. Yes, no face smash. Get this out of the way. I will need the drill. Now, where to go? Oh, come on. There it is. And we'll need this camera. Gotta be surrounded by cameras. Amazon one's kind of not prime. Do that. That will probably be okay. This would be ideal higher, like on that one. Maybe I'll use, you can use either or. Okay, is this puppy good? Now I've decided to cut this out. It's a little tough. This is just a piece of sheet metal that has the expanded foam placed between it and the outer skin. So it's hard to cut. It's hard to cut the sheet metal. So I think I'm just going to drill some holes and widen those out until we can get that piece out. Is this bit just completely dull? I need a new 1/8 inch drill bit. It's hot. Yeah, that drill bit is dead. That is not good. That's not what I want. I don't want to crack this up. Let's use the Chinese punch. This is the anti-center punch. Sure we can see it. Good Lord. Am I blind? No, it's right there. Works good when you hit it with a hammer. I can't find it. No, there. It's like right there. Let's hit it one more time.
Well, that's a good bit. The 1/8 inch one is not a good bit.
So that's getting a little closer. Now we can go along the bottom, which is going to be tough.
Lightsaber's too big, I think.
But now to get, and if I can get one in each corner, because I think this I can cut out from the back.
Wish I knew what kind of bit this was, because I want more of them.
Maybe that will get with the die grinder.
Sawzall just might do it.
Okay, let's. Can we get in there?
through. Yes, it is. Ow, knew that was coming. Scrape the foam off with your finger. Okay. And get this foam off the back, I can see a little bit better what's going on from this side. Which is better. Wish my finger would stop bleeding. Let's try this drill. Well, that is really close to being out. Well, unfortunately, I think I'm going to call that the stream for tonight because I sliced my finger, foolishly scraping away foam over the backside of a
die grinder cut. And I'm getting blood all over, so I don't want to do that. There's probably some AI that will ban me for having blood on stream. So, I'm going to call it there, but I'm going to be back tomorrow, hopefully during the day. So, have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow. See you later, Schmoke.